Oh, what's going on, everybody? Welcome from my kitty and me. 5 minutes with Sean and Zen, maybe 10. Look, here's the thing. Today is about blind loyalty and the idea of having it. And that goes for life, family, work. Everyone knows I'm a sports nut. It goes for sports. It goes, and what I mean by that is that if you automatically are in defense of someone or something that you've believed is always the right thing, you've believed is always the right way, even if it's a process, if you have to defend it, then you should probably question it. And so what I mean is, if there's always well, it's because it's the way, that answer is weak. And when it comes for me lately, I had this come up in family, right? That's where it sort of started off for me. And family loyalty is this like assumed thing. And as you get older, it's just, again, just put your blinders on and don't worry about what you saw, what you know, how things go. Just worry about being family. And sometimes that was tough for me. And recently an event happened where I was sort of left out in the cold and didn't really know about it. And it was something that really struck me as, okay, so this is what happens when you're loyal and people don't see it the same way as you do. I also have seen it a lot with work. Over everything that we've dealt with here over the last 20 months, we've got an influx of new clients, and that influx has brought me into new vendors and new spaces. And there's just some people are very committed to a vendor, let's say, right? And you're thinking like, okay, fine, vendor, no big deal. And we can work around this. Then you see the vendors not very good at what they do. They're just not. And you say to them, hey, it's probably time we make a change. It's like, nah, those are my people. They've been with me this long. We're loyal to one another. Okay, see, but that's the thing. That's blind loyalty. You're not saying blind loyalty. And rarely will anyone actually call it that. When I was talking with Christina Joy Whitaker, it came up with a concept of giving it a name, right? So the murky middle, she gave something a name, made it feel better. Well, blind loyalty is something I think needs a name, because I think people just they always say, well, I'm loyal. Well, yeah, but that's not paying attention. Just because you're loyal doesn't mean you can't question. And questioning doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you a flip-flopper. It makes you someone who continually wants to make sure that everything is as you expect it to be. And my favorite owner used to always say, inspect what you expect. And so to me, that was taken as, even if you trust someone, something, some process, some business, if you're not continually checking in and always being sure that your loyalty is being reciprocated, then I think what you'll find is most relationships just kind of run on autopilot, which again is fine. I'm not someone who's trying to not be loyal. That's not what I said. What I'm saying is I give loyalty, but it's not just an open-ended contract. It has validation points along the way. And if those points aren't validated, if it doesn't feel the same in as it does out, then it's probably time to move on from whatever that is. And then obviously, most recently, it's been about process and the loyalty to the process. And I've got to say, if you're still wondering why the people who are ahead of you are ahead of you, it's because they were nimble. They were willing to change faster because they didn't have that blind loyalty. And it's also, as a consumer, I think it's important to also be questioning and making sure that the quality standard that you expect from whomever you do business with is there. And on the side, funny note, the other one is obviously in my world in sports, you have fans this time of year, all kinds of sports are going on, and it's just, if you even bring up a question of, well, was that the right this or the right that, people will lose their minds. And it's out of this blind loyalty that you mustn't question anything these individuals do, and that's nonsense. It's absolutely nonsense. It's why I never fit in corporate America, amongst many other reasons, I'm sure of it. But it's because I couldn't do that. I couldn't just be loyal to the company because they wrote the check. But does the company do and say what they say they're gonna do and say? Right? Does it actually happen? Or are we just talking and you're still expected to follow suit? That's where I struggle quite a bit. I even tell my own clients, I appreciate the loyalty, but make sure you're always double checking, triple checking how you feel if it doesn't align with what you see from me. That's important, man. I don't want blind loyalty, because that just ends up with people who just kind of run on autopilot, and I don't find that autopilot in our business and in life, frankly, really works all that well. So I would say, to kind of wrap this up, especially from the workspace, right? From what I've really experienced on the vendor space with dealers and even vendors' loyalty to their own processes that are broken. Just listen to people's critiques. Try not to take them so personally, because if we really want to get better in the car biz, we're going to need each other to do that. And each other are really going to have to work through being told the hard things in life. So it's not always going to be easy, folks, but we're going to get through it together. That's what we're here for. So thank you guys so much. We are coming up on the Milestone Show. It's going to be exciting. I hope you join us. Thank you so much. Have yourselves a great week.